Hey, welcome back, everybody! I'm a team now, look at me! I'm all 3 people. Let's see. I just went over to the shop to upgrade everybody's equipment. And before we leave, before we get the SpiffyKebab&Jammin train rolling, we gotta talk to Watt. We gotta get that axe that we came here for. Tried making an axe, but it's no good. I wonder why.
Got a boomerang, huh?
Here, take my axe. Ooh. It's special when I hold on to it. I could even smash a boulder with this mighty special axe. Take it with you for $100. Does that include the Saves Your Puny Village discount? Seriously though, what I hear out of this is, thanks for saving my village. Could you give me $100? I mean, this is total. This is extortion. This is. I should be charging you for boss monster removal. But since I am a benevolent man, I will give you $100. I suppose it's only reasonable. If I want to have a full-time blacksmith all on my own, I gotta pay for his being able to eat. So, you know, if he had structured it that way, if he had asked me with that as the context and all that, I suppose I would have, you know, just done it. Anyhow, now that we have that business arranged, we're going to get on our way to the Enchanted Forest. And we have to kill everything on the way because, just like they did with Kebab, the devs snuck Jammin into my team at level 1. And before I forget to do that, let's just put a cap on how aggressive Jammin is. And let's just confirm, yes, that Kebab is the same. We have equipped on everybody, except myself, the ranged things, because I don't want them to get very close to the enemies. I want them to keep as far away as possible, because it's inconvenient to have people die on me, just because of how blindly aggressive they are. I've made that mistake before in previous playthroughs, and I really don't... I don't want to show that off here. I'm an adult now, I can think better. Let's see. Oops, I keep hitting my mount here. These bugs are now larger than the sprite is. Gosh. Jammin reaches level 2. That's good. I wish this were going a little bit faster because where we're going, there's a whole lot of ranged monsters. It's going to be extra dangerous for everybody involved, but particularly for a level 2 little dude. Got anything to say here? You're safe! Woo! This guy's jazzed. I mean, I suppose I might be too if I were living in amongst, like, flowers like that. Here we are, in the Enchanted Forest. You can see it's visible here. There's a miasma in the air. It's kind of awful. Well, I mean, it's fine where I am. There's no, like, status effects. It's just a visual thing. This is actually what happens, by the way, when you wear too much perfume. It's not quite as visible, but you can still sense it with your eyes. Please be conscious, folks. If you're the type to wear something like this, oi. Okay, I can see that my characters are going to be just fine. Despite how dangerous the section is, I think the equipment that I bought for them just before the episode started is really doing a difference. I'm poor, you know, comparatively, but we have 34 gil. We have problems with pathfinding. Yeah, we have pretty good equipment. I think maybe the best equipment that we might be able to get for the time being. And we got it all from the dwarf village. It's kind of it's an important point to always look for equipment every time you go into a village like that, because if you rely on a jerk like Neko over here, it turns out, I don't know if I mentioned this previously, but Neko actually charges something like double for a lot of the really essential goods. Jammin reaches 4. I didn't even see 3. progress is fast. 34 golden sun. That's a pretty sweet gift. Around here is where we're going to need that axe that we picked up. Let me just clean the area here. And yeah, look at that. There's little skulls in it. What's axe? A little less powerful than the sword I'm currently equipped with. So I'll get right back to the sword. I'm not sure if there's much of an advantage to each of the weapons. Besides, you know, say, the sword being short range, the bow and the boomerang being long range. I'm not sure if there's that much of an advantage between the other weapons. Because you got the spear, you have the knuckles, you have the sword, the axe. It would make sense, if only it were a little bit more obvious, that there were, like, say for example, the axe is really good against insects, or something along that line. I should actually probably look. It could be that there's a description in here somewhere that I'm just not seeing. Or perhaps that's detailed in the instruction manual that I never did find. That's the first thing to get lost once you get a game, eh? Of course, I got this game, you know, back mid-90s, so... Lord knows where it is now, and I'm Moogled! I couldn't attack. I could barely run. Yeah, this is a Squaresoft game after all. But why is being a Moogle a bad thing? Being a Moogle was pretty amazing in Final Fantasy VI. I had a character who reigned as a Moogle. And his name was Mog. Or I named him Mog. Back in the day, I didn't change anyone's names. I wonder what I would name him now. Well, maybe there's time for that in a future series. I suppose maybe if there was some interest generated by the lovely community to play that game, maybe I would. Come on, nope, you're not Jammy. Jammin? Oh, but Jammin's still raising something. Okay, that's good. That means that Kebab is probably going to raise her bow and arrow pretty soon. Alright. We have that down. This must be pretty close to where Dillik came in. I wonder if they had a whip when they finally went in. Oh yeah, actually, that's a whip post. We would use this, if we were on the other side and we'd whip at the corresponding peg on the other side, we would be able to cross that little chasm. To go back to that old miasma point, though, from the beginning of the episode, could you imagine if you could see somebody's musk? Or see the perfume that they're wearing? Or... it would turn every, like, department store into a horror scene. Kebab's weapon skill up. Something else happened. 20 gil, yes. Kebab reached level 10, too! Nice! I hope this is going to be good enough for... I mean, this is certainly good enough leveling for the area that I'm currently in. Ooh. But I wonder what the level range... Stop it! Yeah, guys, be a little more proactive. I wonder what the level range is going to be in the next section. We must be coming up upon it soon. Here we are! Whoa! This castle doesn't have a door, but it has a werewolf? Oh man, could I get one? There's no werewolf section in the hardware store, though. That must be a special store that she went to. Eleni, I'm talking about. Come on, guys. You can... Oh. Jammin at 6. This is kind of a nice castle. That's a little dumb, healing yourself before you get damaged. Okay, there's a little chasm, there's a thing. Okay, pathfinding. I got some too. And here is the entrance to the castle. I think this is going to be good for this episode. Let me just close the door here. Done. Well, thank you for joining me, folks. Next episode, we're going to get into this castle, and we're going to talk to this Eleni and find out where she went to get her werewolves. Take care. See you soon.